Where's Victoria?
We are live, guys.
Okay.
And Tiffany, you're muted. Andrea and Kesey and
Hey, ladies.
You.
How y'all doing? Welcome,
Amazing.
welcome. Yeah, welcome on in. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about all the new platforms. Like, we're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. Welcome in, everybody. Hey. Yeah, ready to get this started?
let's get it.
Okay, welcome, guys. You are tuned in to Straight Talk with the Phoenix Jewels. This is episode 54. Now, this topic, it definitely came from our last episode. If you wasn't tuned in last week, you're going to have to go and check last week's episode and understand how we came up with this topic, okay? So, should married men or women take advice from their single friends? That's a really good question. We want to know. Let's get into it. My name is Tiffany, and I am a jewel. Hey, guys.
Hey, sis.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Most of them say no, though.
Hey y'all, it's Kesey. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Kesey, girl.
Hey, sis.
What's up? What's up? I'm Tiffany Nicole.
Hey, Tiffany Nicole. Sisters, happy Friday, Junior. I'm so excited to be here with my sisters. And I am your girl, Sue. And I am a jewel baby. Welcome.
Hey sis, and that pink.
Thank you, girl. You know, you see me.
Hey guys, it's your girl Diva. How are you? Welcome to our new platforms. Okay,
Hey, Diva Drea.
Thursday. Hey.
You breaking up, Drea.
Six jewels. We are 5 in this. Better now?
Yes, you're back.
Better now? Okay, great. All right, sorry about that, guys. So we are the Phoenix Jewels. We are 5 indispensable, educated women representing beauty, power, class, strength, and intelligence. 5, okay? We, okay, Kesey. We are, first, the best part is that we are business partners, all right? Let's get into today's fiery topic. What are your thoughts?
Yes. So, again, remind Tiffany, you're muted.
My bad. Yes, let's get into it. This topic is, should married men and women take advice from their single friends? That's a very interesting question, don't you think? Now, I'm going to speak from a married person, right? I'm married, I've been with my husband 23 years. I see nothing wrong with getting advice from my single friends. Honestly, all of my friends, most of the people that I'm close with are single. So it's like, where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to just not go and talk to my friends? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with it because I feel like there's some things that I probably never experienced. And it probably has nothing to do with my actual marriage, but it could be a situation that I'm going through or experiencing that one of my single friends actually been through and experienced. So why wouldn't I go to that friend for advice? They probably been through the same thing. Just because they're not married with a ring on their finger don't mean they can't give me sound advice. And it's the same as if I go to one of you ladies for advice and y'all don't have kids and I do. I don't think that y'all X'd out from giving me sound advice. And advice is just all it is. It's just advice. You know what I mean? It's not like set in stone. So that's just my opinion on it. I think absolutely you can go to your single friends for advice.
I agree. I was very passionate about that when we touched on that last week, just because I'm like, if you have the right type of friends around you, they're not gonna steer you wrong. I definitely feel like there's a stereotype of, like single women are miserable and they're gonna give their friends who are in a relationship or married bad advice because misery loves company. That is like a horrible stereotype. If your friends are miserable around you, like, why are you around them? Like, and I mean constantly, sometimes you go through downs where you're like, oh, you don't want people around you, or, but I would never wish bad on my friends. So therefore, yeah, I have no problem asking anybody that I call a friend for advice. I wouldn't think they would steer me wrong. If the shit sound crazy, I'll just be like in my head, mental note, like, okay, never again, bitch.
Nah.
That's
I
right.
totally agree with both of you, actually. I mean, like, listen, just like you said, Tiffany Crafton. I mean, it doesn't matter like whether you're married or not. Like that person, you come into that person because you trust that person and they have your best interests at heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they could be giving you a completely different perspective and a way of looking at your situation at that, you know, in that moment. You might be looking at it one way. They might say, listen, I'm on the outside looking in at what's happening. So I'm just going to say, you know what, Tiff, or, you know, Kesey, this is blah, 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 blah. And you might be like, oh, shoot, you know, I didn't think about it like that. You know, it kind of makes you think. And at the end of the day, you're still the one making that ultimate decision of whether you're going to, whatever it is, if you're going to go, you're staying, whatever situation is, you have to make the ultimate decision. So it really doesn't matter how much advice a person gives you. You still, at the end of the day, have to make the final say so on what it is. You're just seeking different perspectives, you know, on your situation. That's it. That's all you're doing. And once you get that, then you kind of can like sit back and kind of evaluate everything and be like, all right, I'm going to, you know, I think this is what I'm going to do. You know, I like what maybe Kesey said, or I like what Sue said, and I'm going to, you know, take that into consideration moving forward. It doesn't mean that you're going to, or you may be like, you know what? I don't like anything they said to me. Forget it. You know, I'm going to just go with what I want to do. But it's still good. You come to that person, those people, because you trust them and you are looking for their opinion, their honest opinion, and you know they're not going to steer you wrong. So for me, heck yeah, married or not, like you can totally give your opinion on something. Absolutely. Give that advice. Go ahead. Why not?
Sometimes you just want an ear. You just want somebody to listen to what you're going through.
Yeah.
And so
Just
you won't go to your
vent,
friends.
Get it off. Yeah. Get it off your chest. Right. Exactly.
I want to know where Ace
Exactly.
Man is at. Because I know he feels
that was
like
a random.
because I know he feels like taking advice, you know, from somebody that's not on the same status as you in a relationship, like that. I don't know, like he makes you feel like you're like you're not supposed to do that. Like, and I don't, you know, again, everybody has their beliefs, and you know, even religious beliefs. Religion teaches us to do certain things a certain way. But at the end of the day, okay, when you just think about doing things logically, first of all, everybody that believes in something doesn't have the answer. Everybody does not have the answer. All right. So like y'all was saying, we're going for opinions. We're going for perspective. We're going to people that we trust, you know, just to hear, just for someone to listen to us, like y'all was saying. So, I don't think it's fair to say that we can't go to people. I'm single, but I can't go to my other single friends for advice on relationships. That just sounds crazy to me. And I would love to get my experience is not like their experience. I learn a lot from my Jules experiences or my other friends, my other single friends, or whoever, married, single, whatever. I learn something from each situation. You know, doesn't mean that I have to take it, but I learned something from it. You know, maybe I'll learn to do things differently that'll help me out in my relationship. Okay, or maybe it's like, you know what, that's not for me. I know that's not what I want to do. Or you know what, I didn't think about that. That could happen in the future. Thank you for sharing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always good to listen. I feel like nobody has all the answers. So what is the big deal?
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's very tricky when you get advice from someone, because literally, like you guys said, all it is advice, but at the same time, everyone don't do well with advice, right? So as much as you no, I think that was Drea's phone, I think I want to say. But as much as you want to get advice from people, some people don't get good advice. But again, it's just advice. But to answer the question for the topic, I do think that you should get advice from everyone. I feel like if I want to do something with credit, I will go to Tiffany Nicole, like, hey, Tiffany Nicole, this is what's going on with credit. I need the answer, because she does credit. You know, that's a plug, a shameless plug. If you need help with credit, hit my girl up. She got you, you know. But what
Appreciate you, sis.
You know, all day. But at the end of the day, you go to people for their specialties and what they know. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't go, like, if I know that my friend don't give good advice and she's in a bad relationship, whether she's married or single, she's still in a bad relationship. So I'm not gonna go to that friend for advice because that friend is in a bad relationship, whether she's married or single. So you go to the people for advice that you know specialize in that area, or you can learn something from that person. You know what I mean? You don't go getting advice just from Joe down the block that's selling milk. You go to the people that you know are going to give you good feedback. If I want to know something, you know, I'm going to go to that person for that specialty, and not just because I want to hear them speak on advice. You go to people and ask them for their opinion because you know they are familiar with that topic, you know. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it does not matter if you're single or married. If this person knows about this, you should ask them. You know, like, I'm about to get married. Tiffany's been married for years. I obviously will go to her and get information from her about marriage because she can teach me a lot. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't go to Kesey or Tiffany or Drea because they've been through things that I've never been through. So even though they're not married, I still can go to them for advice, and I'm sure they'll give me good advice because, as Kesey pointed out earlier, I call them my friend. So a friend is never going to tell you anything to hurt you or tell you anything that's no good. But my point is, go to people that know.
Not a real friend. A real friend wouldn't do that. Yeah. You're right.
Go to people that know about that topic and ask them whether they're single or married. That should not be a deciding factor of getting information. I think that's a bunch of bullshit.
Right. Well, Michael, it seems like Michael Lawrence pretty much agrees with what you're saying, because his comment pretty much you know, mirrors what you said by taking advice from, you know, someone. Don't take advice from someone you know is having a bad relationship. It doesn't make sense. Like, it just, you know, it don't make sense. So yeah, I agree with you, sis.
Yeah, hands down. Thank you. I mean, yeah, like, literally, we got this topic from a gentleman named Ace Man because he was going in the comments last week, but you know, his statement definitely does not make sense. Which is why we decided to speak about it, to hear what everybody else had to say, because at the end of the day, we're a group of 5, and some of us are married, some of us single, some of us in a relationship, and we all talk to each other about everything because we give each other good advice. We give each other support systems. So we be like, listen here, girl, what happened? What should we do? And we give each other good advice. So that whole thing about being in a relationship or not, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Facts.
Agreed, sis.
Absolute facts.
Spencer has a comment. Definitely could learn from someone that's in a bad relationship.
All right, there go Ace Man. You asked where he was at. There he
goes.
There he
kaboom! Goes. Guess who stepped in the room?
In the room.
With the A. But no, can we go back to Spencer really quickly? He said that he could learn from somebody that's in a bad relationship.
Yes, because you're gonna know what not to do. I'm assuming that's what he means, right?
That is true. I mean, if he means it like that, then that is true.
I was about to say, you know, no. If he means it like that, then absolutely. Because we definitely have had, you know, people we knew going through some stuff, and we like, I could never, you know, we do that. But then sometimes you're faced with those and you realize, like, nah, this is headed in a direction of that other person that I know. This sound familiar, and I don't want no parts of it. And you might get out a little quicker just because you already know it's headed for disaster. Or, you know, sometimes you don't have to learn things the hard way. You could just learn from other people's experiences. So absolutely.
That's because you don't have to taste shit to know it's shit. You can smell it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
but also, with that being said, you can see someone in a fucked up situation and think like, that could never be me. Like, I would never deal with that. But you really don't know what you'll deal with and what you'll be able to handle until you're going through it. You know. So I mean, I've learned to not say that anymore. Once I myself found myself in a situation where it got a little violent.
Yes.
You know, and I always was like, I'm never, like, a guy put his hands on me, like, it's over, like, it's no way, and blah, 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 like, you know, it's no way. But then here I go, I'm in love, and I found myself in a situation. And of course, I did the right thing to leave, but there still was that, you know, he wasn't himself. Like, you still have those thoughts. And it's like, am I really thinking like that? And you don't realize it until you're in it. And then I was like, oh, shit. Like, you really don't know until you in it. So I don't judge anyone, but definitely, like you said, you learn from those people. Like Spence said, you definitely can learn from other people's mistakes. It's best to learn from other people's mistakes than yours.
That's valid. That's real valid.
That's a fact.
I'm the youngest out of 5. It's 5 daughters. My parents have 5 daughters, so I'm the youngest out of 5. And literally, it's a lot of things that they did or that I seen them do that I'm like, I could never. You know what I mean? Because you just think it's you, it ain't gonna happen, because you've seen it play out multiple times. So you in your mind feel like, I know what I'm gonna do if it's me, if it happens to me. Granted, I'm grateful for being the last child, to being the baby out the family, because literally I got to see how relationships play out, how guys try to highlight you, how, what to do, not to do. I learned through my sister. So it's a lot of mistakes that I didn't have to make because I've seen it already. But there's still some that when I got in a relationship, I still was like, oh shit, like this is what they meant. Like, damn, now I got to figure out how to operate, because you think you know until you know. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, hold on. I got to see what works for me, because everybody's different. You can say what you're going to do until that time happens. So I agree with that point that Tiffany made and that Spencer made wholeheartedly, because at the end of the day, whether a situation is bad or good, you can take a lesson. You can take something of value out of that. You know what I mean? But then I also agree with Tiffany Crafton. Like, yes, at the end of the day, you can see it as much as you want and learn from it, but you still may not apply it to your situation because you're actually now in it. And now, oh shit, like, what do I do? So you got to do what works for you and pan out. So it's never really good to say like, oh, if this happens to me, I'm going to get out of here.
But also, you know what, from now finding yourself in a situation that you saw a friend in and you was like, I could never, now you in it, you can now realize that, oh, now I understand what this person's going through. And then for future, you won't judge so hard your friend going through those things, because now you understand some things. It's just, you would think you would never, but you end up doing it or in it. So that way, it makes you a better friend. Not that you got to go through those experiences.
It's that learning curve. It's that learning curve, because once it hits you, you're like, oh shoot, like you're right. I mean, because I know I've in my relationships, and I've asked for help from single and married. I mean, and everyone gave invaluable advice, but when it came down to it, I listened to everything and received it all, and then I evaluated on what I thought was best for me to make my decision. Whether it was I was leaving or staying or whatever the situation is, because for me, it's like, I like to have the advice, but then I want to sit back and kind of like digest it all and figure out what really makes sense. And sometimes you're just so far in love that you are having a hard time getting out of it. And you might just need those words of encouragement or understanding, or just that listening ear, to push you along, to push you along,
you know? 100% true. And I want to add on to what Drea said, because literally when people go to you to, like, when they vent to you and they pour into you and tell you what their situation is, that's like a huge sign of trust, right? They trust you with their information, with their livelihood, with their life or whatever. So with that being said, like Drea was saying, you want that support from your friend. And it doesn't matter if they're married or single, you still need that support, because that is your friend, right? Yeah. And most times you consider a friend like a brother or sister, because blood don't make you, blood can't make you blood doesn't make you any closer than family, right? So my thing is, like, when you speak to people and you really want to vent, right? Because I notice, like, a lot of times my friends come to me with their information and I listen. I don't give feedback. I don't really try to say much. I just listen, because most of the time people don't really even want your advice. They just want to vent and hear and just let somebody, they want to be heard. You know what I mean? Because maybe in a relationship, the person don't let them speak. The person is talking over them or loud mouthing them, or just it comes in one and out the other. So most of the time, it doesn't matter if the person is married or single. It just matters if that person is a good listener or not, because that person just really may just be a good listener. Whether that person is married or single, and they feel comfortable pouring their information into that person, knowing that they're not going to judge. They're just going to sit and they're going to listen. And most of the time, like, even when I come to my friends, I come to y'all do the exact thing. Y'all listen and be like, oh, okay, well, but most of the time, if people want your advice or your opinion, they'll ask you after they tell you the story. Like, girl, this is what happened. What you think? You know what I mean? And then you get your information. But for the most part, people really just want to be heard. They want to feel important. They want you just to listen. So that doesn't take you being in a marriage. That doesn't take you being single. It takes you being a person and wanting to hear.
That's facts.
Yeah. So let's get back into this this long.
That was well said. So that was well said.
Yes, it really was. But before Ace Man's comment, because we know we're gonna go deep into that comment. Isn't it time for a Jewel? Like, I think it's about that time.
Ooh, is it Jewel time?
It's Jewel time.
It's Jewel time.
It's Jewel time, ladies. Let's get some jewels in the comments, guys. I want to see some jewels in the comments. For
Jewels
those who
in the
don't know what a
comments.
jewel in the comment means, it means for you to drop the emoji jewel in the comment because you want to hear a juicy story from one of us. Okay, we're going to give you something juicy. We're going to give you a story that you didn't know about us, or about one of us. If you want to hear it, I need to see some jewels in that comment, please. Thanks. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Tiff is like, thanks.
Let's go.
You know they coming. They
I
coming.
see Mano. Mano came with the jewels though.
Mano be ready. Mano be ready. Let's go.
She playing with y'all.
Let's go. I need to see
Okay,
some
Spencer.
jewels. Come on.
Spence.
I
Okay.
see Spence. I see Spence. Let's go.
Okay, Ethan.
Let's go. Let's go. I need to see some more jewels. Let's get it. And we're going to definitely come back to Ace Man's comment.
Jewels, baby.
It's looking like a lot of jewels over here.
All right.
Yes.
All right, guys. It's my jewel today.
Yes. Let's go. Sis.
All right. So this was like years ago. All right. I was in the city with my best friend and I met this fine ass guy. All right. So we connected, started dating, and like 6 months down the line, about that, he's like, look, like, I love how things are going, and I really want you to meet my mom and my sister. I'm like, oh, okay. And this is a guy that had never, ever taken a woman home to meet his family. So I was like excited, like, oh, wow, okay. Like, this is going to be great. I can't wait. I cannot wait to meet them. I mean, because he had told me about his mom and everything and how sweet she was. So anyway, long story short, I go meet his mom, meet his sister. They had cooked like this big feast for me. And his mom was like, oh, I'm so glad to meet you. Like, he talks about you all the time. I love how you guys are going. Like, please take care of my son. I'm like, sure. Like, such a pleasure to meet you guys. I'm so happy, to be here. Of course, I'm doing my best to take care of him. So, like I said, this was years ago. The next week, I was working in corporate still. So I go to work, come home, and I had an answer machine. Yes, I had an answer machine, okay? Come home, my answer machine's blinking. So I press the button, listen to the message. I'm like, I listened to the message again. Like, before I go into it, can any of y'all guess what y'all thought would be on my message? Can you guys even think?
What had happened was.
I don't know. I'm trying to guess.
I don't know.
What had happened
Some
was.
shady shit.
Gotta be.
Let's
Gotta
get into
be.
this.
So,
I want to know about your
So
man.
listen.
Somebody called you about your man. What happened?
So listen, I hit that machine, the answer machine, and the entire phone conversation that he was having with another woman trying to invite and take her out to dinner and a movie was on my machine.
Oh, wait, what? And the
The
mother
ent-
to take care of him, and he doing that on the answer
the
machine?
entire conversation. So I'm like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it took me a minute to even digest it all. Like, I played it a couple of times to make sure, like, I'm out, like, for real hearing what I'm hearing. So then I call him, and he like, oh, how you gonna tap into my phone? How you gonna tap? I'm like, what? I'm like, excuse me? He like, yo, how you gonna tap into my phone? How you gonna do that? I was like, are you kidding? Do you hear yourself? Like, do you hear yourself? And then he called himself and he's like, oh, no, it's not like that. Like, she don't got nothing on you. I'm like, oh, now she don't got nothing on me, but you was just trying to take her out. I'm like, why would you even bother to take me to meet your family if you knew for a fact that you weren't serious? Mind you, now, we had spent like just about every day together. So, I mean, of course, people find time for what they want to find time for. But of course, I'm crushed. He came here, tried to work it out. But of course, I was done. I just couldn't. And then he was still pressing the issue like, yo, tell me how you did it. Tell me how the heck you got. Tell me how you tapped into my phone. I'm like, are you still on that?
You should have been like G-O-D.
Yo, it really was
G-O-D.
And sent it to
Right.
me. Like, come on.
Wow.
Yo.
Dumbass just did some dumb stuff and got caught up.
He didn't care. He trying to save the relationship. And girl, that's why I said save the relationship in his head.
Bro, but he talking about save?
In his head.
It sounded like he was trying to destroy.
Listen, it was destroyed from the minute I heard that message.
Oh,
it was
my God.
the minute I was done. I was like, is he serious?
It's straight. Let me get this. Let me see if I got this together.
Mm-hmm.
So, meet this guy. He brings you home to the family, meet the family. They're all
Yep.
excited. This nice big dinner. And then y'all continue to date. How long was y'all dating for? Was y'all dating a while after that? Like
About 6 months. It's roughly about that. It's about 6 months.
so, all right, 6 months. And then he decides to start pursuing other women without your knowledge, clearly, because this person left a message. He left a message talking to the girl.
Well, I don't know how it happened. I think because at the time the message came through, it was like about 1 o'clock in the daytime, and I was at work during that time. So it must have been like he must have called me and then forgot to hang up and call the next chick and is trying to invite her out to dinner and a movie. And the whole
You know what that sound like?
conversation was on my phone.
It sounds like
my
he did a
answer machine.
three-way call. He sounded like he did a three-way call and he didn't even realize it.
Right.
Because I didn't have a cell phone back then. You know, I didn't have a cell phone. I have no cell phone. So for me, it's like,
While he was
I
trying
don't even, like, I couldn't afford one then. So I'm just like, listen, like, what are you talking about? I don't even touch your cell phone. And on top of that, doesn't even matter.
And
Like,
then
you have no respect. You shouldn't have taken me home and meet your mom if you want to play games still. At the end of the
The
day.
guilty people, they always blame others.
Yes.
Knowing he was the issue, he wanted to, but how did you get that on your voicemail? Like,
Girl.
That was the focus, though.
did it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's always about how you found out, why you in my phone, why you
Yes,
violating
yes,
me.
why you on my phone?
Never
And the
taking
funny thing was-
accountability.
The funny thing was nobody believed believed that it happened, right? So for years, no lie, for years, I kept that message. So my friends would come over like, yo, let me hear that message for real, see if it's real. So I would play it for them to hear and they would crack up like, I cannot believe this dude. I'm like, but yeah, that was my jewel. It was crazy. His mom was the nicest too. I thought it was going somewhere, but that's what I thought. A wasted thought. But I am so thankful to God for showing me that sign. Okay,
absolutely.
I dodged a few bullets.
Did you see Jose? Jose said, he said, what he said? I work for Secret Service?
Yeah, he said you should have said I work for Secret
Service. I can't.
And Ace Man
I
said
can't.
he loved Drea Jewels.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, Ace Man, thank you. Glad you like my jewels.
Spencer said it sounds like a three-way.
Yeah.
I mean, back in them days.
Back in the days, like you know how like back in the days, cell phone was mad expensive to you. Now it's like okay, whatever. But back then, you can't afford a cell phone. It's like you got a cell phone. But yeah, like
that's
And-
great.
Faith said gaslighting. He was gaslighting you.
yes, yep, sure was.
For sure.
That's it.
6 months. So he was up to something. Like he was up to no good.
Up to no goddamn good. Up to no
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ace Man said it's better than the Greyhound date. I can't.
Listen, get Ace Man. It wasn't my Greyhound date, so you can keep that to yourself. Hilarious.
He remembered the Greyhound Day. Heard you.
Yeah.
Heard you.
Listen, I
That
understand
was
why it's
crazy.
memorable. I understand why it's memorable.
Yo, that's funny. All right, so
If
let's
y'all
get
wasn't here for that, y'all got some catching up to do.
Yeah,
y'all
y'all gotta go back.
You gotta go back and catch
Y'all
up.
gotta go back. Thank you, Mano. See what Mano, you know. Drea don't play that. Thank you, Mano. You know.
That's right.
He know.
That's right. That's right.
Get out of here, Greyhound.
So yeah, well, let's get into Ace Man's comment. Y'all ready for it?
Yeah,
Yes,
ready.
let's go.
Okay, so
Where
he's
is it?
responding to what we were talking about as far as single women, single people taking advice from, married people taking advice from single people. So
Okay.
he said, single friends don't have a total scope of what a full relationship is. For example,
What?
no, I was already like, what happened?
I'm gonna have a drink.
Last week, you asked if your girlfriend should leave a 5-year-old relationship because her partner did not want to give her oral sex. Surprisingly, all of you suggested that she should leave. She should leave him ASAP. Someone in a relationship should probably suggest a couples therapy or more a more like what's the
Conciliatory.
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 approach?
Ace
So that
Man,
means
did
I
you
wanted
not
to
watch
see-
the whole thing? Did
Did
you not
not.
watch?
Right.
I'm gonna need you to go back and see what we actually said because none of us said leave him.
None of us
Exactly.
said
I'm gonna
right.
need you to watch
Exactly.
that again, sir.
That's why
Exactly.
my response to that, Ace Man, is now for me as a married woman, and I gave my advice. I said that she should leave on the account of her not being happy. It had nothing to do with just him eating her pussy. It's just the fact that she just was not happy. She was sacrificing for what? There was no ending result. The man did not want to get married. The man did not want to please her sexually. So there was nothing in that relationship for her except him going out, selling drugs, making money, and giving her bags or whatever he was doing, that lifestyle. So that was my reasoning. And I'm sure all the rest of the ladies' reasoning for saying leave. It was way bigger than him not eating the box. Of course, we all had our opinion on that, but it was way more than that. Like she was giving and not really getting anything out of it except just the bags or whatever he was buying her, the lifestyle. So that was why we said that. That situation don't require therapy. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It don't require therapy. It don't take a married person to tell her that. And don't take a single person to tell her that. It don't take nobody to tell her that. She already knows she should leave. And that's just it, and that's all.
Right. We were coming from an angle of this man is a drug dealer.
Exactly.
And therefore every single day of your life is in danger. Let's be real and be clear.
Every day.
Exactly.
Every day.
This man, he's going to get at what he loves.
I think that's the point he's missing.
Right, exactly.
That's why I was like, did you even watch?
That's the
Or
point
you
he's
just came in
missing.
at the end to throw shit on what we were saying? Because that's what
Right.
that sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely never said, oh, leave him. Gotta go. He ain't eating the box. Oh, like,
Right. That may be a deal breaker
Because
for
eating the
some.
box in life and death, Like, stop
That's
it.
not why we said it. That's not why we said it. It was one of the reasons why we said it, but it was not the reason why we
The
said it.
reason.
It
Right.
was not the reason, but that can be a deal breaker in some relationships. However, aside from that, she should have packed her things on a red track a long time ago. Because he did a whole lot of shit that he had no business doing, and she was still staying for the lifestyle. So in that situation, the lifestyle was more important to her than even the oral. Like, it didn't even matter. It was just like, I'm gonna deal with all of this because I want this. That was more important to her, the lifestyle, opposed to her being satisfied in the bedroom and everything else. So that's why she should have left, because she wasn't happy with nothing else that he was giving her but the lifestyle.
And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what we say. She still got to make her decision for herself. She's still there. Clearly, she's been there for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, she is still there.
She probably going to be there for 5 more.
Sitting there chilling.
Really,
Like,
she probably going to be there for 5 more.
dang.
and we definitely said too that if you entering the relationship from jump and he said he's not going to eat the box, and you like, well, I'm gonna enter this anyway, knowing that it's not, hoping that he changes his mind, but knowing that it's something you can't live without, you should have never entered that situation. That's what we said. Anytime someone shows you who they are in the beginning, believe them. Don't try to think that you are, the magic being that's going to change this man or woman. It is not
'Cause
going
you're not.
to change for
Because
themselves.
we've all been there. We've all been there.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. People don't change for themselves when they're ready to change. It has nothing to do with the other person. They do it when they're good and ready to do it. You can't wait around for people to change at all. I agree with that wholeheartedly. For sure. Like, you definitely gotta, and even for the individual, it's best that you make a decision for yourself, because you're gonna end up having animosity towards a person. If you change because that person wanted you to change, or do something because that person wanted you to do it, that's something that's gonna throw back in your face later on down the line. Like, oh, you did this because, I did this because you was wanting me to, you forced me to, because I asked for it, and then the person gonna look at you like, oh, I was asking, but I didn't force you. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta do what's for you. You know what I'm saying? And this brings me back to, like, this is off topic, but that's just like when women are being forced to have children, like literally by the family, by the man, by the whoever. It's like, oh, when you have children, and then they go and get pregnant. But guess what? When it all boils down to it, it's up to the mother. Nobody else but the mother. So at the end of the day, when you make a decision, you gotta make it for you. You can't be rushing to do shit because other people want you to do it. And you got to yourself at the end of the day.
Yep, because the choices you make affects you for the rest of your life.
Right. And
Rest
that's
of your life.
Our topic. At the end of the day, yes, you can take relationship advice from any of your friends, but the decision lies with you. It's okay to listen to what somebody has to say, but don't sit up there and take what they have to say as law. Like, oh, when shit goes south, you're like, well, my friend told me that I got to do this. And it's like, no, you are an adult. You make your own decisions. Your friend just gave you their opinion, which is what you asked for. You know what I mean? That's what you came to them for. But you have to make that decision. You cannot make a decision and then put it on somebody else either. If you're going to do that, then that's not the decision you should be making. You got to make the one that you're okay with.
Yeah.
So shit goes south.
And you have to know your friend. Like, you have to know your friendships, who you're calling a friend. Like, you have to be able to decipher who your true friends are. I'm sorry, you have to know. If you don't know that, then you're taking the advice from the wrong people. But if if I'm coming to the Jewels with something, I have to know that coming to them, I'm gonna get the best advice. And if I go to Brenda down the block, who's my friend every now and again, and she tell me whatever she want to tell me, and I go with that, then that's on me, right? Because ultimately the decision still lies with me, no matter who I come to. But I'm gonna come to people that are authentic, that have my best interest at heart, right? So that's really what it boils down to at the end of the day.
And
period.
It boils down to that, but it also boils down to the person having a mind of their own. That's very important. You have to have a mind of your own, because at the end of the day, some people are not strong on that. You know, like some people ask advice for different reasons. Some people ask advice just to, hear it, or like I said, have someone with a listening ear. But then some people ask advice because they really want that person to make the decision for them, right? So you have to have a mind of your own. Understand, when you ask advice, yes, you're going to get it, right? And then you're going to receive it. But at the same time, you have to finalize your own decision at the end of that, right? So my thing is, like, you have to have your own mind and be well enough to make your own decisions, because some people will go get information from their friends and do it because their friend said so, or do it because this person said so, or because it works for them. Everybody journey, everybody life is different, right? You get people advice so that you can kind of weigh your options, but ultimately you should be the one making a decision and have a mind of your own. That's very important. You definitely got to have a mind of your own, because a lot of people's advice and opinions can weigh down on you, and you make a decision that you wasn't really good with because you got advice. But if you don't have a mind of your own to make a decision on what's best for you, then you fucked.
Yeah, and it makes no sense, because then you, like you said, you fucked, you stuck, you just stuck there now, and then you're living. You have to live with that decision that you made that you really weren't ready to make.
Correct.
Because you have to be ready to take the advice, and then if you plan on utilizing the advice that was given to you, now you have to be ready to say, okay, if I make this decision, I'm ultimately ready to stay, go, or whatever. You have to be internally ready for that and happy with the decision, at peace with the decision that you decided to make. It's nobody held a gun to your head. So ultimately, when you made that decision, it was on you. It doesn't matter if Kesey, I made that decision ultimately. I just listened to all the factors and the advice that I was given, and that was it. And I came up to my conclusion on what I wanted to do. Period. It's nobody making you do nothing. Like, that is whack. When people are like, oh, you made me, I can make you. Wait, I think it's time for a fun fact.
Who got the fun?
Okay. I thought we had time for that, but all right.
You think we got time for that? All right, then let's wait then.
We're 38 minutes in, but okay.
Oh shoot, I didn't even realize it's only 38 minutes. I thought it was longer.
That was the comments.
I thought it was
Yeah,
longer.
let's do the comments and then we'll get
Let's
some
do the
fun
comments.
facts.
Yeah, my bad.
So
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we?
Jose Poppy said,
Yeah.
I just change it for a person. True love makes a person to change genuinely. I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
But
Wait, what does he mean? He disagree with what? I'm sorry, I
Changing
missed
for-
it.
Yeah, I missed
Oh
it.
no,
Agree
it's
with changing for a person.
It's cool. I read it again.
Oh yeah, none of us said to change for a person, so I'm
Yeah.
confused who he disagreeing with.
Right. Yeah, nobody said change for a person.
We say don't change.
We said don't change.
Change genuinely. I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing. Changing for a person because you love them genuinely, it still ultimately is your decision. So I don't think that you're changing for a person. They may have an effect on
Influence.
your thoughts for changing, but it doesn't mean like it's genuine because you're changing for the person that you love, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, because you love them doesn't have anything to do with your decision, because you as an individual have to live with that. So it always happens before you will come for you. But Okay, Jose Poppy. No one, and then another thing is no one said they disagree with changing for a person. So
Right.
So I don't know what you're getting at. Maybe you should comment again and let us
I
know.
feel like
Yeah, I think his comment didn't come off. I think his
misunderstood.
comment didn't come off clear, but
Yeah.
I think he agrees that you shouldn't change for a person. But
Oh, okay.
he said disagree. I don't know, because I do feel the same way. You should not change for anyone, because if you change for someone, right? Let's just think about that. You change for someone, and now that someone don't want you anymore. Now you done change for that person, and now what you left with? Nothing.
Nothing.
So you should always change for yourself, because if that person don't want you anymore, it's okay, because now you done changed and better yourself for the next person. You know what I'm saying? So you should never change for a person.
See, but
Unless
this is
you're
the thing with
changing for the better. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Go ahead.
You probably are not lagging like me, so say your points.
That was funny.
We're gonna mute ourselves and let you talk, sis. Talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Tiffany Nicole, go ahead, sis.
All right, I think she's frozen. So go ahead and make your point, Kesey. She'll come back.
Okay, so I was about to say, if you're changing for the better, like some people in your life, even us as Jules, as friends, as sisters, we influence and inspire the other one to do better. So me, if I'm an asshole, if I'm a complete asshole, and y'all are showing me, it's better to be a good person, and then I decide to change that way, like, what's wrong with that? Like, and then we no longer friends. What? I'm be like, oh, I just became a good person and these motherfuckers left me? No, y'all helped me become better. That's what you do when you're with somebody in a relationship, when you're with somebody in a friendship or whatever. The people around you should be helping you to be better. So in
That's what I
that
wanted to say,
respect,
yes.
yeah, okay. I thought so. In that respect, then yeah, it's okay to change. It's one thing if like you just don't like something, never liked it, or oh no, let's go to this. Religion. You change your religion for the person you're in a relationship with, not because you believe in that in that religion, but because the only way you can be with them is if you convert to their religion. Now they leave you and you done converted to this religion that you didn't even believe in. You were doing it for that person. That's what you don't do. But if you converted because you believed in it and you're with this person and they leave you and you're going to stay with that religion anyway and just find somebody else, then that's okay.
But that's what I was getting at. I wasn't talking about friendships. I was talking about strictly relationship. I get that you can change and be a better person.
But I'm talking about any relationship, though.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But I was talking about a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. Like some men would try to change to get that woman. They would try to change for that woman to get that woman. And then if she leaves, now you done change. The things you change about yourself was for her. And like Kesey used religion as an example. And then you done changed for that person and now she left you. And now you stuck with being in this religion, or stuck with you're not stuck, but you just did all this complete change for this person. Maybe went and got baptized or start going to church. Who knows? Start reading books, whatever, some stuff you wasn't probably really into. You just did it for her. You didn't do it for you. It's not a good idea. I just feel like if you're going to change for yourself. Change to better you, period.
Well, I think we all see eye to eye with that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but my comment and me trying to say what Tiffany Nicole was saying was based off of Jose's thing. So that's why I said relationship, friendship, whatever.
Okay, got it.
Well, yeah, because his comment was more so like you could change if it's a genuine person you love, and it's like, no, you change when it's for you and only you, and I think that we full circle agree with that. We agree that you change for yourself with your own mind when you're ready. For sure.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Ace Man gave a good comment. You reading his, sis?
He said, Drea, did you know that Jesus thought he was a good judge of character and still betrayed? If he used a professional recruitment service, he would still be here chilling with us. Okay.
I think that's a joke.
I'm just like, okay.
I think that was a joke.
Because I'm just like, okay.
That's interesting. But
I'm trying to laugh for you. Okay. What else we got? We got a lot of comments, Lord.
So Faith said she is loving the new background. Yes, sis.
Thank you, Faith.
Thank you.
Okay, wrapping our
Hello, what just happened?
I'm not
We
sure.
good? We good? Tiffany Nicole is back.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, Sue is breaking up,
Okay.
and we got that noise back. Let me mute you, Sue. All right, Sue is muted for right now. Like, let her fix her background. I don't know what happened. It's a lot of noise coming from your background, Sue. But thank you, Faith. Yes to the background.
Thank you.
It is. Let me unmute you now. I'm gonna unmute you.
Technical difficulties, Sue. Ooh.
It's coming from.
We almost making it through, y'all. We almost making it through.
You said it came from me?
No, it's Sue. Even
No,
though
it was Sue.
there's nothing going on in your actual background, Sue, but it's something with your connection, so it's loud. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
So
I think it's. I just think
Okay, I
it's
think she's
connection.
reconnecting.
when it's muted, you don't hear it. Okay, what else we got? Who else we got?
Faith.
Well, we're
said
using just I'm
nothing
sorry,
wrong with
just FYI.
Uh-huh.
Just a FYI, everyone, we're using a new platform, so there are going to be a couple of hiccups and technical difficulties, and we're hoping to iron all that out and be even better the next shows going forward. Okay, and we got Sue back. Hey.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I just wanted to say, like, I was on mute that whole time, but I just came out and came back in.
We can hear you much better, sis.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm back, and let me just say, Happy Friday, Junior. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And let me just say, the answer is no. Yes.
Yes, the answer is no.
No.
The
Right.
answer is no.
So
Happy
Faith,
Friday, Junior.
Faith said nothing wrong with changing to become a better person. Completely agree with you, sis. I agree.
Yeah.
There absolutely is nothing wrong with that. Of course not.
Facts.
It's better to come out of a situation a better person than worse than you started, right? So if somebody leave you and you're a better person for it, like, you know, take that L. It's okay.
In that order. In that order, like, seriously. Okay, now I think it's time for a fun fact. Like, who got the fun facts?
All right,
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yes. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because it takes me a while to even press the unmute button. Like, it's okay. So anyway, do y'all remember when we hosted an award show and we were there with Shantae Moore?
Yeah. Oh my God, I
forgot. It's so funny watching y'all expressions, and I'm like, I can't hear y'all. But yes, and I was thinking about it. I was like, it was just amazing just to be there, and she was so gracious, and we were just presenting these awards, and it was just a dope experience. I forgot what the name of the event was, but where was it, ladies? Was it in Connecticut, or I don't know?
I think it was Connecticut.
It was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And we were wearing these nice gowns. I forgot who they were by.
It was yeah.
You remember?
Y'all remember?
The gown?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember who it was by. Oh, I do. Anthony Eastwick?
No.
No, it was not Anthony. Thomas. Thomas Lavone. Thomas Lavone.
There we go. Thomas Lavone.
Thomas Lavone.
Thomas Lavone. Yes.
Ooh, Thomas Lavone. Ever hear that? He gonna curse me the hell out. My bad, Thomas. My bad.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that, Steph.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about it, like, oh, that was such a nice moment. Like, we've met so many people. We met so many people as a group, in our time as being the Phoenix Jewels, and it's just been so amazing. And we know it's only gonna go up from here. But that was just a dope experience. And like I said, she was so nice and so gracious, and we were just so excited. It just everything just felt right. So it was cool. It was cool. Just wanted to bring that back.
That's a great fun fact, sis. That is a great one.
Yeah.
You took it way back.
Way back in time.
It's like we have so many memories and I forget about it. And we do this fun fact and it just helps me, bring that back. And I'm like, oh my God, we really have known each other for a very long time.
Yes.
Very long.
Yeah.
So insane. but it's an insane blessing.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Now you got me looking for the photos. Like,
Oh, please, if you find them, please send them through.
Photo gallery the other day, and I was like, oh shoot, like this is like way back. Like, wow. Like we put in some work, guys. We put in some work.
We definitely have.
For sure. But
Oh
we
my
still
gosh.
so it's fine.
Right. Shout out to DJ Danny D in the building.
Hey, DJ Danny D.
hey, Danny. Where you at, though?
Danny,
That's
he's
a-
joining us on Twitch. So if y'all have Twitch, join us on Twitch. Show us some love over there,
Yeah,
please.
show us
Yes.
some love.
Dre, it's so funny when you said love, he was like, love. I was like, yes, for the DJ voice though just now.
That was a nice little echo right there.
I got skills, ladies.
Heard you.
I love it. Yes, he's on Twitch right now. So yes, if y'all go download Twitch. We're super excited about the new platforms. Like we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. You know, tell a friend, tell a friend. Like we are super excited about that. So it's just like Tiff Nicole said, it's up from here. You know what I'm saying?
And it's stuck.
Yes. Let's get back into these comments, ladies.
Yeah.
All right.
Mano said, I just don't have a glitch like Kevin Samuels did.
What?
I'm not sure what that goes.
I don't know what that means.
I
Mano,
must
you
have
would
missed that one.
Yeah,
I
you
missed
have
that
to
one.
explain.
Oh,
that
because
one,
I
Mano.
mentioned a glitch, so I don't know if he's referring to something that Kevin Samuels had a glitch with. I don't know.
Something must.
Yeah,
have
he
happened, though.
definitely is. I just don't know what the Kevin Samuels
Yeah, I
thing
know.
is.
Me neither.
So he need to explain that in the comments for us because we lost.
Please, Mano, explain.
That joke went over our head. My bad.
And then Jose said, I hear an echo like we in the park with the dog and the NYPD. I can't.
Good night.
Right.
Oh no.
Right. Technical
no.
issues, but
no.
hopefully this
Well,
will be
we
the
on a
last
new
time.
platform, right? So, like Casey said earlier, we are on a new platform. So, we got to work out the kinks. It'll definitely get better from here. We're just trying to work out the kinks, though. That's all, guys. So, bear with us.
Yes.
Bear with us. Look at Danny D in the building.
Yo, Jose ditched us for happy hour. He said, later, everyone, happy hour full effect over here.
But that's in his house, right? Because happy hour don't start
Unless
until
he
8 o'clock.
unless he
He
out
got
somewhere.
the whole bar at his house.
That's
No, he's
right.
not out there. He
That's
definitely
right. I
got the bar
forgot
at
he
his
got the whole bar.
house. Right. He definitely have the whole bar at his house. Kevin Samuels pulled up an image of a man sleeping in bed during his show and said it was a glitch. What?
Oh, wow. I missed this.
Oh.
I definitely missed this. I didn't even
Sorry,
know about that.
sir. It doesn't work like that. That's not a glitch.
What kind of glitch is that, sir?
That's definitely not a glitch. Like, what the hell?
Now I'm gonna have to get the full story.
Right. Now I'm going to go search.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Because how did he get that picture?
Right.
Right. How you get that picture?
And it's his bed. Like, get
It
out
was
of here,
his
sir.
bed. Yeah.
His bed? Stop it. Stop it, sir. Stop it.
Wow. No, we missed that one. Now we're gonna go look that one up. We're gonna talk about that one later.
Right.
We're gonna talk about that one later. But okay, so back to this topic. I think we all in agreement to, basically saying we all fine with getting advice from our single friends, even if we're married or in a relationship. I think that's a given. I don't think it's set in stone. There's nothing set in stone. Whatever the advice is, like Drea said, you still got to make your own decisions. So just know all this is because of you, Ace Man. It's because of you. We have to bring it back. You know what I'm
had
saying?
to. But it's a good topic.
It is.
We definitely see so many people saying that, and it's just like that's not the case. Like, we not all here to ruin our married or our in relationship friends' relationships. We're not all here for that. Like,
Right.
we not the type, like our sister circle, we not the type of friends we trying to take you out and have you meet some other dude. And we ain't gonna tell your man that y'all doing something in the back seat while we driving you home to your man. Like, we not those type of friends. So
Wait, what? Now
PC went off. PC went off, though.
It's funny as hell. She made up a whole scenario though.
I
Like,
made up
what?
a scenario. We not those type of friends, and we not gonna steer you wrong when it comes to advice. So for our circle, we don't have those issues.
Right.
If Drea give me some advice, I'm going to listen. Now, whether I, take it or not is one thing, but I'm not going to be like, you can't give me no relationship because you single.
Right.
I ain't doing that.
Right.
Like what I look like. I'll
Just
be
so
single
we're
tomorrow.
clear, what Keisha said did not happen. Okay, it was just an example.
Disclaimer. Oh my God.
That's why I'm saying her like, wait, what?
No, you're right
I
though, because at the end of the day, everything that's said is like, oh, that really happened.
We're not those type of friends who do that. There are people
but
who do that.
Never. Somebody
might hear something different. People hear what they want to hear.
Right.
If you think that you in a relationship with that type of woman in this group, something is wrong with you too, because you know what type of woman you have, and we don't have that type of woman in this group. So, but for the strangers, yes, disclaimer, that's not us. That didn't happen. I made that up on the spot. Thank you.
Right.
What you said. You already know. We know that ain't happened. But it is about that time that we are coming to an end. We thank you much. Yes, it's that time.
We got like 4 more minutes.
No, we don't.
We got a little time.
We got 4 minutes. It's time for the outro.
4 minutes means outro time. That's outro time.
All right,
That's
fine.
hilarious.
Okay.
She's like,
my bad.
we
was trying to hang on a little longer, but you was right. My bad.
All right, sis. Kicking and screaming.
Right. Are you able to pull it up on this screen tip or no?
Let me try.
That almost sounds like a no.
It's that.
Tiffany, you are muted, baby. I don't know who she's talking to.
I was talking to myself, clearly. I was over here practicing. I'm ready. All right, I'm ready now. I'm ready to jump in.
Sis, I had to mute you because there was so much echo happening. So when Tiffany Nicole was moving around, it started, and you started talking. There was so much echo, so I just muted you out, and then it went away. So my bad.
Okay. Well, when it's echo, it's Tiffany Nicole that has to be muted. But okay.
Okay.
So, are we able to pull up the background or no? If not,
she's trying. She's trying right now.
But go ahead and start, sis.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but I was on mute practicing. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, here it go. We got it.
That is so
Right.
cool. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you everyone for tuning in every week. We truly appreciate it. Y'all been sticking with us. Like, it's been a whole year. Like, can y'all believe it? To the ones that have been rocking with us since day one, like, come on. It's been a whole year. Like, we are super excited about that. I can't thank y'all enough. Like, we love y'all so much. So for y'all who don't know, we on multiple platforms. Y'all can join us on Facebook at The Phoenix Jewels, on Instagram at The Phoenix Jewels, on TikTok, where you can see all our fabulous content at The Phoenix Jewels. We on Twitter, Phoenix_Jewels. And we are a group. We are a business. We do motivational speak. You get bookings. You can book us for like shows, events, photo shoots, like book us for everything, because we are the everything. You know what I mean? And that's our email at bookphoenixjewels@gmail.com. And again, any questions you have, any comments you may have, you can leave it in our DM on any of our platforms, any suggestions you may have, any show topics. Like, as you see, we built a show topic from just last week's show. So at any given time, we'll take any advice or any, if y'all want a show topic suggestions, we'll take it. We're super excited about it. And again, thank you guys. Like, love you, love you, love you. And we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, on Twitch, YouTube. And we'll be on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. You come on in here every week, 7 p.m. Thank you, guys. And let's go. Let's go. I love this. Yeah, I love our background, too. It's super dope.
Super cute.
It's super cute. I love it. So, yes, guys. So we'll see you next week. Yes. Thanks for the love, guys. Thank you. All right, Danny.
We love you. And make sure you share this.
On Twitch. All right, Omar. He on Twitch and Facebook at the same time. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Share this. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Share.
Share it on your Facebook. Share it.
Yeah.
tell a friend, and tell another friend.
What y'all like to hear us talk about? Let us know, and we'll talk about it.
Yes, send it into our DMs, please. DM us with more and more topics. We love it, please.
Yep. Let's
thanks
get
for
it.
your support.
Love you guys.
Bye.
I love